Hello, YouTube world. This is Nubian Queen. I'm coming to you today because we have some friends, some Christian friends of ours that they are in need right now. They had a beautiful home in Virginia. This family, as you can see, a pretty large family, a mom and a dad. Everybody in this picture is adopted. Okay, they're not their original children. The mother and father just happen to be Caucasian, which doesn't really matter, but look at all the children that they've adopted, a rainbow of children. And they just open up their heart. They're so loving. And they do this out of the, just because they have a love of children. And whenever whenever the agency would call and say that there's a child that was in need, they would just open up their home. And I have to say at least 90% of the children have special needs. So it takes a special person, a special husband and wife, a family, to open up the doors to any child, but especially a special need children. So I'm just, their house was overtaken basically of mold and mildew, and they found that a lot of the children were starting to get sick, and they didn't know why, including the mom, and realized that it was because of the mold and the mildew in the house that they're in. So I'm just making a plea to the community, not just the Christian community, but to people. I mean, if my husband and I could go down there right now and just build them a house, we would. But, I mean, with the economy the way it is right now, everybody's pretty much struggling. But I figured, what can I do? What can we do? Every one person can make a difference. I'm not asking you to, I don't know what anybody else there can do, so I'm just putting it out there. People like Oprah and Tyra Banks and Dr. Phil and Good Morning America is always looking for a good story. Well, this is a true American story. These people, like I said, they're displaced from their home because of the mold and the mildew, and right now they're living in a church that doesn't even have a stove, but they're just grateful to have some place to live. So I'm making a plea to people like Good Morning America to do a story on them. And they just represent, I'm sure, a small percentage of people who are going through the same thing. The father of this family lost his job just before Christmas last year, and so he's been doing odds and ends jobs just to keep meat on the table, food on the table. Extreme Home Makeover, Home Edition, to a Jada Bates. We're just pleading, take a look at this family. If ever there was a family in need, I believe it would be this family. Dr. Dobson from the Christian radio world, 700 Club, TBN, which is the Trinity Broadcast Network, T.D. Jakes, Paula White, Joyce Myers. And not just these big-name people, but there are people who have the means and the talents and the monies to help a family like this. So we're just putting a plea out there to everybody to just to send this email, let it just take wings and just fly so that everybody can take a look at this, and maybe we can come together and figure out what we can do as a community and as a whole. I don't know. I do believe in miracles. I still believe that miracles can happen, and this family shouldn't have to be. I mean, thank God they're not living out in the street, but the church was nice. A church was nice enough to open up the doors to all 10 of their children to allow them to come in and to have some place to sleep until they can make their next move, which they have no idea what the next move is. So I've never done anything like this before on YouTube, but if ever there was a need, it would be now. So I'm just asking that you would email me, send a note, add a video response to this if you know of what they should do next, or if you know of anybody who can get in touch with an Oprah, Twitter. Send this, just move it right along. And I just thank you in advance. Again, my name is Nubian Queen, and looking forward to hearing the response. God bless.